morning, welcome back to another interesting video. So today I'm going to be giving you guys the best electric bikes in Uganda. Right now I'm at this expo at the Kira Motors plant or factory here in Kamuli. I think it's Ginger. It's off Kamuli Road, and I'm happy that all the biggest players in this space, in the EV bike industry, are here. We have Zembo, we have Watu, we have Spiro, and many others. So I'm going to be having a representative from each team to talk about their bike, and at the end of this video, you will find out which one is the best so you can make an informed decision before buying an electric bike in Uganda.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lawrence. It's an honor to be here. Now I get to meet the man in body and flesh. It's an exciting moment for me to... Oh, yeah.
My name is Chris. I'm the area business manager for the Eastern Bit, Ginger up to Bujiri for Gogo Electric.
I'm by the names of Manyinja Seriazara, and I work with Zembo as marketing and partnership lead. So basically I work with the marketing part of it and the partnerships as well, and the relationships as well.
And what makes us stand out? Well, if you've seen our bike on the roads today, we have 500 of them doing boda in Kampala alone. Active. Yes. We started selling 2 months ago, so we have 500 bikes. So if you've been in Kampala and seen a silent bike riding by that looks different from the boda bike, most likely that's going to be a Spiro. It could be red, it could be blue, it could be green. You know, with a beefy, robust look, that's going to be a Spiro bike. What makes it unique is we sat down and thought that what would an electric bike for Africa look like, right? For the African market, for the African roads. If you've looked at the suspension, you know, when we talk about African roads, one of the components that you'd want to look at mainly would be the suspension, the tires, the shock absorbers, front and rear, and then also the comfort that comes with riding the bikes in Africa. So we've designed this with number 1, safety in mind, number 2, comfort, number 3, maintenance and affordability.
First of all, Zembo was the pioneer of, I'm not saying first, is still the pioneer of EV bikes in Uganda. We are the first company in Uganda to produce EV bikes, all electric bikes you could call them. Zembo is manufactured in Uganda, I would say produced in Uganda, built. 100%. Yeah, I would say most of the parts.
Assembled in Uganda.
Assembled in Uganda and built by Ugandans.
But the parts are important.
A few parts, I would say the electric parts, but the rest is just here in Uganda. You can get most of the parts of this bike in Uganda. So I would call it 100% made in Uganda. I still mention that because it's manufactured by Ugandans and for Ugandan border riders. So why you choose Zembo? This is the best commercial EV bike that you can ever take and make more money and save more money and make more profits, I would say, for a typical border rider.
What makes us unique is simply our battery, the range. No battery goes that range on the bikes available on the market now.
What's that range?
The range is 120 kilometers.
120?
Yes, single charge. You can come from Kampala all the way to Uganda. Single charge.
Wow. And how long does it take to charge one single battery?
One single battery charges 3 to 4 hours, but then the beauty is with Gogo Electric, you do not have to charge your battery. We do that for you. What you do is just go to our swap station, bring a depleted battery, and then we give you a fully charged. So no time wasted on charging. You just come, we charge, give you a fully charged battery, pay some amount, and you're on your way.
How much?
Like fuel. Yeah?
How much?
At the moment, I think the highest you can pay for 0 to 100 is 10,000. Yes.
So per swap, I pay 10,000.
Not on all swaps. Yeah, we deal with energy, so we are paying for energy used. You get. So if you bring your bike when it still has some charge, we deduct that charge. We deduct the energy you took from the energy that you brought back, and you just pay the difference. So not all batteries are for 10,000. You can even pay one for 1,200, 3,000, 4,000, according to the energy that you still have on your bike. We just top up, and then what we've topped up is what you pay for.
So a single charge on this bike, 100%, would give you 85 kilometers, up to 85. However, we do have riders that have come back to us and said they got 100 out of this.
On a single charge?
On a single charge. What that simply tells you is that riding style varies.
Yeah.
You have fast riders, you have gentle riders. You have people who ride on tarmac that is well paved, people ride on tarmac that is uneven.
Yeah.
You have people that carry sacks of beans, potatoes. You have people that, just ride to work and back. So that range will vary.
How long does it take to charge?
So it's not so much of how long it takes to charge, because we've kind of solved that that equation by swap stations. So what happens is, anytime your battery is depleted, you'll just ride to any of our swap stations and then, get this one out, get another one in. That is one. Two, you'll find an agent at one of those swap stations. Right now in Kampala, we have 23 of them. We've opened some in the satellite cities like Mbarara, Mbarara, Jinja. If you're not doing...
Not yet?
We're coming there. Yes. Then we also have a second option, which is basically your automated swap station. What that looks like is basically a cabinet with charging banks. It's fully air conditioned. So that what happens is we issue you with an NFC chip. So anytime you feel like swapping, at midnight, at 3 a.m. in the morning, anytime, just ride up to these things. Tap your NFC card there. It will show you which bank is full, and then open the door. You'll get that one in.
All automated.
Automated.
Wow.
That is 2. 3 is we will be giving you a home charger. What that means is, on top of the other options that I gave you, you will be able to go and charge from home. From home.
So that means I can ride this bike around the country?
Correct. Yes. You just have to plan your range.
Yeah.
And be like, if I'm going to Uganda and it's 300 kilometers, but when I met Robert, he said 85, you just know, okay, I'll go from Kampala to Jinja. As I'm having lunch, maybe I'm charging, and then that additional percentage takes me to the next swap station, Or if I'm in a rush and I have no time to charge, then I'll stop by a swap station and just pick a battery.
So that takes me back to, how long does it take
Yes.
to fully charge the bike, in case I'm moving with a charger?
So if you're moving,
0 to 100.
So if you're moving with a charger, give or take, and I'm being very conservative here, it would take you about an hour and a half or 2, right? That's how long it would take you. If you're doing the swap, that's going to be less than a minute, because you're just picking it and dropping yours. Yes.
Service.
Yes.
Much easier.
Yeah.
Our battery range is currently at 75 kilometers per charge. That is for a full charge.
And how long does it take to charge?
It will take around 2 hours to charge. Yeah.
So is there a provision of you giving me a charger in case I want to have a charger myself and charge it from my home, or you're still operating with the swap system?
Currently, I would say we are operating a swapping network. And currently we have 30 charging stations, and we are scaling up through our partnerships that we are running right now that are in the pipeline, but we have one with Rubies and Shell.
Rubies.
Yeah, Shell is still in the pipeline. So currently, I'll say we will have multiple swapping stations by the end of this year.
How many Zembo bikes you have active out there in the market, and what are your operating areas around the country?
Okay. Currently, I would say we have over 700 bikes.
700 bikes?
Yes. Running,
active?
yes, in Kampala and on Masaka. So currently we have the Masaka and Kampala. Soon opening the Jinja corridor, scaling up as soon as possible. So as a company, we are still growing. So expect much from us.
We are in Kampala. We go as far as Jinja, Iganga, Bujiri, Kalilo. You can go as far as Masaka, the other side. You can go as far as Kamengo. You can now go as far as Luwero, Nakasongola. Yeah? and then you can go as far as, I think, Entebbe. Yes.
How many active borders do you have right now in the market?
Right now in the market, we are doing 1,500.
That's a big number.
Yes, we are very proud of that number. We achieved it. Yeah, we are very proud of that number, and it's ever growing. And that is basically through our asset financer, that is Watu Credit. They basically give you a bike on loan at a very good price. You just pay on week, like pay 500,000 down payment. 2 hours like this, you go with your bike that day. Then weekly, according to how many years you've decided to pay for the loan, 2 years, 1.5, or 1 year. That's how we determine your weekly payment until you finish the bike. So from our side, new bike, 5.5 million. Cash.
Cash payment.
Yeah. Take it with your logbook and your number plate. In the same package. We do not add any fee.
Currently, our cash payment is 5.3. Interested clients, please come through. We have hire purchase contracts as well, or payment module, as we call it. And you begin with a down payment of 300,000 and a weekly payment of 63.
63,000.
Weekly payment for 2 years. So it's really affordable.
For payment, we've kind of made that very easy. So essentially, if you want to pay for this model, you'd pay 6 million, right? Upfront cash, and you have your bike. But if you, not everyone has the 6 million, right? So what happens is you'd pay 500,000 and you have your bike, and then choose, you know, the 58,000 that I mentioned, if you're choosing 2.5 years. And then, you know, the weekly payment, if you so choose to pay weekly or monthly, you know, just multiplies based on the duration that you've selected, yes.
This bike here can carry up to 300 kilograms of things. So it's a worker bike. And mostly our customers are border people. So we prefer to have a close relationship with the border people, because they can simply go distances and they can even test our bike for us to see that it's better than the rest on the market.
We've capped the top speed of this bike to 80 kilometers per hour. It can do more, but we've capped it at 80. Why? It's because if we let you go beyond that, you'll be eating into your battery range. That is one. Two is, you know, you want to be within the traffic laws. You don't want to be in the wrong books of police because you are overspeeding or, you know, did some crazy stuff. Three, we need you as a paying customer. We don't need you in hospital. Because this bike, electric bike, will get you in hospital like that, right? That's on the safety part. Now there's the other safety part, which is, you know, the conversations that, you know, most border riders or cyclists are worried about, which is, you know, stealing the bike or getting robbed by thieves or being clobbered or worse. So what happens is our product is fully geolocatable, meaning that, you know, every time you show up at a swap station, our system is notified. Every time your battery has a problem or a bike has a problem, you know, we get notified. So if you so choose and say, guys, someone just decided to experiment and move my bike here to there without my permission, we're able to know where the bike is or the battery is, or both.
Since you're the pioneers of this in Uganda, how do you see the reaction of Ugandans towards this EV revolution? How have they received it?
Ugandans have welcomed the EV technology, especially in regards to the bike, quite well. The market is really exciting.
And as you can see, this is like a sign that the government is behind the revolution. So I think in Uganda, we shall make strides in the e-mobility sector.
The future is bright.
The future is bright, yeah.
When are you coming to get yours?
Brilliant question.
Yes.
Maybe you give me one as a number.
We can discuss about that.
Please.
Yes.